Beneath endless sheets of ice lies one of humanity's most contested territories. A land so vast yet so empty, so rich yet so remote. This is Greenland, the world's largest island, and the stage for a 1,000-year struggle for survival and sovereignty. For centuries, world powers have eyed this frozen giant. Vikings claimed it, Europeans colonized it, and today, superpowers negotiate for it. But Greenland's story begins long before any flag was planted in its soil, in a time when only the bravest dared to call this ice their home. Around 2500 BCE, the first humans arrived on Greenland's frozen shores. The Sakak people, master hunters from the Canadian Arctic, crossed the narrow Davis Strait in search of new hunting grounds. They found a harsh paradise, rich in seals, whales and caribou, but unforgiving to the unprepared. These early Greenlanders developed remarkable survival techniques. They built sophisticated boats from driftwood and seal skin. They crafted warm clothing from caribou hide. They learned to read the ice, to predict the weather, and to respect the unforgiving Arctic environment. But the Sakak were not alone for long. Around 800 CE, a new culture emerged, the Dorset people, followed by the Thule culture, direct ancestors of today's Greenlandic Inuit. Each wave of migration brought new technologies, new strategies, and new ways of thriving in the world's most extreme environment. In 982 CE, a violent Norse chieftain named Erik the Red was exiled from Iceland for murder. Sailing west into unknown waters, he discovered a land of fjords and green valleys along the coast. In a brilliant stroke of medieval marketing, he named it Greenland to attract settlers. The trick worked. By the year 1000, the Norse had established two major settlements, the eastern and western settlements, home to perhaps 5,000 Vikings. They built churches, raised livestock, and even exported walrus ivory to Europe. For a time, these hardy Norsemen thrived at the edge of the known world. But Greenland was changing. The medieval warm period that had made Norse farming possible was ending. The Little Ice Age began creeping south. Winters grew longer, summers shorter. The ice advanced, trade routes froze, and slowly, mysteriously, the Vikings began to disappear. By 1450, the last Norse Greenlander had vanished. No written record explains their fate. Did they starve, freeze, sail away, integrate with the Inuit? The mystery of the lost Norse colony remains one of history's great enigmas. But the Inuit endured, their ancient knowledge proving superior to European farming in the Arctic. For centuries, Greenland remained isolated from European ambitions. But in 1721, a Norwegian-Danish missionary named Hans Egede arrived with a mission to reconvert the Norse colonists he believed still lived there. Finding only Inuit, Denmark claimed the island anyway, beginning 3 centuries of colonial rule. Denmark established a trade monopoly, forcing Greenlanders to sell exclusively to Danish merchants at fixed prices. The Royal Greenland Trading Company controlled every aspect of life, what could be bought, sold, or traded. For the Inuit, centuries of independence gave way to economic subjugation and cultural erosion. Yet colonial rule also brought change. Danish missionaries taught reading and writing. Schools emerged. Christianity replaced traditional beliefs. By the 19th century, a hybrid culture developed. Greenlandic Inuit who spoke Danish, practiced Christianity, but maintained hunting traditions. Identity itself became complex. Through the 19th and early 20th centuries, Greenland remained Denmark's forgotten colony, isolated, impoverished, and ignored. But World War II would shatter that isolation forever. When Nazi Germany occupied Denmark in 1940, Greenland suddenly found itself cut off from its colonial master and thrust into the American sphere of influence. The United States, recognizing Greenland's strategic position, negotiated defense agreements directly with local Greenlandic authorities, bypassing occupied Denmark entirely. American air bases sprouted across the ice. Thousands of US troops arrived. Greenland had become a crucial link in the defense of North America. After the war, Denmark reasserted control, but Greenland had changed. Greenlanders had tasted self-governance, They had seen the wider world. In 1953, Denmark formally ended colonial status, making Greenland an equal part of the kingdom. But equality on paper didn't mean equality in practice. Through the 1960s and 70s, a new generation of Greenlandic leaders emerged. Educated, articulate, angry. They demanded true self-determination. They formed political parties. They challenged Danish authority. And in 1979, after years of negotiation, Denmark granted Greenland home rule. Limited self-government, but a crucial first step. Home rule brought control over education, healthcare, and natural resources. Greenlandic became the official language. Traditional place names replaced Danish ones, but Denmark still controlled foreign policy, defense, and currency. Full independence remained a distant dream, or was it? In 2009, Greenland took another leap. Self-government replaced home rule, granting control over police, courts, and coast guard. Most importantly, it established that Greenland's people have the right to independence, requiring only a referendum. The path was clear, but independence comes with a price. Here's the dilemma. Denmark provides Greenland with approximately $600 million annually, about half of Greenland's entire budget. Independence means losing that subsidy. For a nation of just 56,000 people, replacing those funds seems impossible, unless Greenland can monetize what lies beneath the ice. Greenland sits on extraordinary wealth. Rare earth elements crucial for smartphones and electric vehicles, uranium, zinc, gold, oil reserves that could rival Norway's. And as climate change melts the ice sheet, these resources become increasingly accessible. The cruel irony is hard to miss. But resource extraction in the Arctic is brutally expensive. Infrastructure must be built from scratch. Workers must be imported. The environment is hostile, and global commodity prices fluctuate wildly. Several major mining projects have been proposed, studied, and abandoned. The treasure beneath the ice remains largely untouched. Meanwhile, Greenland's traditional economy struggles. Fishing accounts for 90% of exports, but quotas are limited and global warming disrupts fish migration. Tourism grows, but seasonality and remoteness constrain it. Young Greenlanders leave for education and opportunity in Denmark, and many never return. This economic vulnerability makes Greenland attractive to larger powers, and no power has shown more interest than the United States. In 2019, President Donald Trump reportedly proposed purchasing Greenland from Denmark. The offer was dismissed as absurd, but it reflected a very real American strategic interest. Why does America want Greenland? 3 reasons. First, Arctic shipping routes opening due to climate change make it crucial for trade and defense. Second, the Thule air base monitors Russian and Chinese activity. Third, denying Chinese access to Greenland's rare earth elements protects American technological independence. But Greenland is not for sale. Greenlandic leaders have made that emphatically clear. They seek a third path, neither Danish dependency nor American annexation, but true independence. The question is whether that independence is economically feasible, or if it means trading one patron for another. Climate change adds urgency and complexity. Greenland's ice sheet is melting faster than predicted, threatening coastal cities worldwide. Yet that same melting exposes resources and shipping lanes. Greenland simultaneously suffers from climate change and stands to benefit from it. The moral complexity is staggering. Today's Greenlanders navigate an identity crisis centuries in the making. They are Inuit, yet westernized. Danish citizens, yet distinctly Greenlandic. They hunt seals in the morning and scroll social media at night. They speak Greenlandic, Danish, and English. They are simultaneously ancient and modern, colonized and free. Greenland's story is still being written. Will it achieve independence within this decade? Will climate change make resource extraction economically viable? Will great power competition force difficult choices? Or will a new model emerge? Arctic autonomy with international partnerships? Only one thing is certain. The world's largest island will not be ignored. From ancient Inuit hunters to Viking colonies, from Danish colonialism to modern autonomy, from climate crisis to resource wealth, Greenland has always been a land of extremes and contradictions. And as the ice melts and the world watches, this frozen island will shape the 21st century in ways we are only beginning to understand.